evening, YouTubers. It's a Friday evening. Today was a wonderful Friday. Took the day off and went to the range. Had an exceptional range day, and I will insert a picture of my success right about here. It was a long range day, or rather multiple sessions, but I was in no hurry. I think the bottom 4-inch target was 20 rounds. The 2 3-inchers were 15 each, and the 2 2-inchers were 10 rounds, and then obviously a single shot attempt at each of the thumb size or 1-inchers. And some I did okay, some I did less okay. A couple of boo-boos, but overall it was a satisfactory day. Good mood for tonight's videos, and we're going to do a couple things. We're going to combine two things. This mystery package, and then, which kind of touches on some of this stuff. I alluded to this, and I tried to show it on my press. So I dug these out from way back in the day, many years ago, when I did my inline fab Toolhead mount. So I have these. I don't even know what these things are called, but they came in black. I painted them to match the press as close as I could, and then I adhered them to the press, and then I took these giant zip ties and then tied them, obviously with red. And when I dug this out, looks like these were the zip ties that came with it back in the day, these black ones that would match the blackness of this. So obviously I opted for red, and since I didn't have any more reds in any of these sizes, I went to our folks on the Zon and ordered these. And unfortunately, so this blue is great. This is a great Dylan blue. So if I do this for Dylan, I will have zip ties to match. But this red is more orange than red. Doesn't quite match. But considering how little it's going to show in terms of what it is, again, yeah, that's just so shitty. That's orange. That's almost orange. Maybe I'll end up doing black, because the cable's black. So I think I'll put the black ones in here with my new cable ties. These are my mini cable ties, the little 4-inch ties. So I'm a big fan of cable ties. They come in very handy. That's why I'm a fan. So these have worked out great for me. I actually prefer these over these. I want to say maybe these are the ones that came with inline, and then I went and found these online to fit in tighter, smaller places. And Murphy's Law, I have plenty of these big ones, but that's the last of the smalls. Maybe it's time to check the bay and order some more. All right, so these tie into this. At least a little bit. So let me go ahead and unbag this. The unboxing that's a bag. And this should look familiar. Let me take out all the paperwork. This should look familiar because we've done this unbox bagging whatever from this guy. And it should look really familiar. There's its twin for this one. So, the reason I opted for this is because, one, somebody had pinged me and asked me, does the Hornady 366 version, which is what we showed, I think, last week, and what I bought it for, does the Hornady 366 fit the fit the lock and load? And I didn't know at the time. I'll put this next to its twin. So we have But after doing a little looky-see and check into things, no, this is not the same size. The lock and load Toolhead hole, love the lightning bolts, is a 0.81, and I believe the Hornady 366 Shotshell press was a 0.75. So 0.75, 0.81. So the reason I thought I would pick this up is I was actually pleasantly surprised at how bright this was, the Shotshell 366 version of this. And I thought I would compare this level of brightness with my Hornady and see which one is actually brighter and which one I would prefer to keep on the press, which is why I might need some more zip ties, because I would have to unclip them from the lock and load right now that has been on there for a gazillions of time. And all right, so I'm going to move the camera, and then I will set this up so that we can test it to see how bright this is compared to the inline fabrication one, which is aging, but still effective. Back in a minute. All right, so it's not quite pitch black out. The sun is going down, but because of the way the garage door sets, that means actually at night more light comes in the garage than during the day. So this is evening ambient light. And I will now flick on. So that is the inline fabrication. If I can do this without hitting the camera. Let's see. How can I do this? Let me move my powder drop out a little. As you can see, that's the inline fabrication. So it's all black, very nice finish. I mean, this is not 3D printed. Not that there's a problem with 3D printing. So we're gonna test this, and let me turn the light on, because I would be loading with a light on. So that's kind of what it would look like. And now we will go back to light off, and we will compare that to the new red 3D printed version, which not lesser quality, different quality. So I will turn this off. We'll pop this up a little. Let that just hang off to the side. Route some wires, and we now have this red one that just slips right in. Okay, and now we're ready to see. We're going to pop that on. I would say that that is probably brighter. Let me move it around a little. Yeah, there's no, I mean, that's kind of bright. Okay. Let me do light off again. Light on, light off. Light on, light off. Karate Kid fans may know what the heck I'm referencing. All right, so we are going to turn that off, and we're going to turn on the inline fab again. So I'm going to say that I'll have to watch it back on the video. I think this is a cooler light. Cooler in the sense of not as bright. Cooler as in reference to like warm or cool light. It's effective. It lights the shell plate, but is it as bright? And this thing is marketed as super bright. So it's got 3 LEDs, and I got too many switches over here. It's a very confined space. Yeah, it's tough. The inline fab has many more LEDs. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Almost 3 times as many. But I don't think the inline fab is as bright. No, it's definitely not. I mean, yeah, okay. So the new one is brighter, which, I mean, not good, not bad. It's just, it is different. The inline fab I've had for more years than I can remember. I can't even remember when it first came out. So maybe what I'll do is I will rotate this inline fab over to my other lock and load, which doesn't have a light that I can remember. And I will put this red light in the center of my lock and load. Now I just have to figure out where all the wires would then route to. Okay, that's that for tonight's video. And I think we're kind of done with lights. Time for some tea. Bye. And we are off tripod this morning as I do a final update. This is the inline fab light kit. Drawing a blank on what the actual name is for the Hornady lock and load that is at the end of the video that I just shot over the last few days. And I'll move over to the bench. There's the wires, or my 2 USBs now, for what would be this red version of the Hornady lock and load Shellplate light. And it worked out quite nicely. I reused the original sticky thingies with the new red that aren't quite red zip ties, and everything's routed either underneath or off to the side depending on which light we're referencing, but all is good, and that is what I'm going to call done.